vast regions of the Roman Empire. When Emperor Theodosius I took power, he ruled over lands that stretched from Portugal to Palestine. The question of succession of power had always been a thorny problem in the empire, and for Theodosius, it came down to a choice between two sons. Or did it? In 395 AD, Theodosius instead split the empire in half. The western half became the domain of his son, Honorius. We call it the Western Roman Empire. The eastern half was awarded to his son, Arcadius, and became known as the Byzantine Empire. The two kingdoms both considered themselves Roman, though they spoke Latin in the west and Greek in the east. Honorius and the Western Roman Empire were besieged by barbarian hordes from the beginning. Huns, Goths, Vandals, and Franks all took turns invading Western territories. Sacking Rome became a barbarian pastime, and the Vandals, thanks to their exceptional knack for destruction and violence, gave us the word vandalism. Ow! I hate when that happened! It was a rough and tumble time. Only 81 years after the death of Theodosius, the Western Roman Empire ceased to exist. With the empire splintered into separate countries, the one unifying force to remain was the Catholic Church and the Pope. The Byzantine Empire, on the other hand, would last another 1,000 years. In 730 AD, Emperor Leo III initiated a movement called iconoclasm, based on a strict interpretation of the Ten Commandments, which forbade the making and worshiping of graven images, and, perhaps due to the rising influence of Islamic culture, the iconoclasts sought the removal or destruction of paintings and sculptures.
There's one. This way, man. Look at it. Get it. Gutted that one.
There's one.
There's another one. Go and get it. Ah, we're too late.
There's one.
There's another one. Stop him. Stop him now, hurry! Caught him in the act! Ah! Take the scoundrel away!
After iconoclasm ended, Byzantine artists were limited to copying approved images from the past. I'm a copy of 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 a copy. Back in Rome, Pope Gregory II rejected iconoclasm and denounced it as heretical. He even sent a letter excommunicating the iconoclasts. It's Byzantine blasphemy. Excommunicate them! As a result, artists in the West had more creative freedom. The church was the major patron of the arts, and so most medieval art had religious themes. Western artists of the later Middle Ages were interested in creating visionary experiences. Over time, in the search to create more convincing and powerful images, their art became more realistic in its portrayal of people and the natural world. I have dimension! This is art saying, thanks for sharing another fascinating exploration into... hey, I'm not done talking. What? Hey, I'm not finished!
Holistic right-brained thinking, creative thinking, visual thinking. This is the language of genius, the language of invention, the language of human progress. Without the original creative insight, literally nothing would be worth doing. It is creative thinking that defines and gives purpose to our day-to-day activities. Periodically, throughout my life, when somebody hears that I was an art major, I'd get looks that vary between sympathy and disdain. You want fries with that? Behind these expressions is an implied question. What good is art anyway? My answer to that question is another question. What good is life? All the small questions are easy to answer. What good is a car? A car lets you travel longer distances quicker than on foot. It offers more convenience and spontaneity than public transportation. It takes you to the grocery store to get food, which you need to live. But why would you want to live? Tougher. The meaning of life and the meaning of art are more difficult to define because they're less concrete and they're larger in scale. All of the practical, easy-to-answer questions are only easy to answer because they work in service of the more difficult questions. Logical thinking and creative thinking work together. They serve as checks and balances for each other. Focusing on the ordinary tasks is how things get done. Without a reference point, however, it's easy for logical thinking to become less logical over time. Okay, working in middle management for a company that makes plastic stands for desk calendars puts food on the table for your family. But ultimately, it's not the plastic or the calendar or the desk or the food that's important. When you put things in perspective, these things are only remotely important if they're used in service of the people you care about and the experiences you share. You're born, you have experiences, and you die. There's no escaping this. If I asked people on the street what is the meaning of life, it's possible that no two would give me the same answer. Yet, clearly, for most of us, life does have meaning. So, how can we have so many conflicting ideas about life? Beyond the individual labels and philosophies, this is the ultimate shared experience. So why do we lose sight of this and waste time killing each other over the specifics? Maybe what we share on the deepest level is more difficult to put into words. So, how can we express something that we can't put into words? Successful art uses the visual language to express something universal, even when dealing with specifics. It helps us to see the big picture.
You got no regrets, just century cigarettes left behind. With your bills, junk mail and long distance bills. Banana moon, too soon. Banana moon.